You understand it? Because our foolishness is beyond redemption. They're helping Niger. You see, it's in the news. Evacuation in Nigeria consulate. They are processing the one for Niger citizens first before their own people. And what's happening to this? They are slaves. They are housemaid. They are slaves in Arabia. Voluntary slavery. Black people without shame. We have no shame. That's why things are the way they are with us. And those of them saying, count us out of secessionism. We are indigenous people, we are aborigines. That's what they said to Yoruba. Now they are refugees in the Republic. You know, people are fools, you can't reason very well. That's what they were saying. Oh, we are on our own. We want to be on our own. Whereas Sokoto Caliphate, they claim are together with Hausa. All this dancing naked in public that you people are doing, are they doing it? They said, we are from Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom and Cross River, Black, coastal aborigines say they are not in support of agitation for secession. And I keep asking them, people talk this nonsense, idiotic, white people talk this rubbish about secession. Nigeria became a country in 1960. People were born in 1950, 1940s, 1930s. How can they secede from something that they're older than? I don't know where our mentality, God forbid, what is wrong with the brain of a black man? How can I secede? I am older than something you're telling me to say I'm seceding from. My father, my mother, my grandparents, all of my uncles, they're older than Nigeria. Nigeria is only older than me by only 7 years. I am older than my people, my uncles are older than Nigeria. How can they secede from something that they're older than? So when we are there before this secession rubbish came into being in 1960, do you see how you people denigrate yourselves? Do you see how you insult yourselves? Do you see how you make a mockery of your education? Secessionist. Seceding from what? Something a white man created for his own amusement. How about my grandparents? How about my ancestors? Where are they from? I ask you. I ask you, where are my ancestors from? I am seceding from something that was formed only in 1960. The entire cabinet of Nigeria is older than Nigeria. Who were there before Nigeria was formed in 1960? I'm asking you, talking about secession. I am asking you a simple question. Can you answer it? You cannot answer because you're black, you're stupid, you're idiotic, you have no brain. You cannot answer it. Can you? How can I secede from something that was born in 1960? God have mercy upon your ignorant souls, you black people. You are a shame, you're a disgrace to even your own selves. Secession. Seceding from what? I'm asking you. Something a white man created, and you're not even ashamed of yourself to use the word secession. Mad people everywhere. Brag. That's how they deceive you. The day they come to take your land, they be crying like a little baby. The history of Hausa people are there to remind you how not to treat the Fulani. The history of the Bagi people is there. The history of Nupe people is there. The history of the Bachama people, they are there for you to see, to learn from. You have history that you may learn. The history of Afonja in Yoruba land is there for you to learn how the Fulanis behave. But idiotically, you will never understand because you're black and you're useless. You are created by a white man. Nigeria is a product, is a racist product of a white man. You idiots, understand it for once. I have a few announcements to make. Some people are saying, before the announcement, some people say, Tinubu went to the north. I said, Yoruba and Fulani, they are one. We are one people. Somebody said the same thing a while ago, and the Lordin is gone. Kwara is gone. They've taken it. Yet you cannot reason. You cannot think. Yoruba and the Fulani, they are one. If Yoruba and Fulani are one people, why did they not allow Awolowo to become the Prime Minister of Nigeria or the President of Nigeria if they are one people? If they are one people, why did they not allow Abiola, who was even a very close friend of all of them? He was also a Muslim like yourself, Tinubu. Why they don't allow Abiola to emerge? They only allow the fool they feel comfortable with to emerge, like Obasanjo. Did Obasanjo vote for Awolowo? Why is it that I will never speak to Obasanjo until his death? Because Obasanjo voted for MPN. Obasanjo is a complete Fulani slave. He only found his courage a few days ago. He's a slave of theirs, and he knows it. And maybe Tinubu wants to outdo him so they can give him the presidency. Stupid idiots everywhere. He said he went there because they are one, and they must remain one. Because they are in-laws. Your son is married to our daughter. And I want to ask them, Oshomole, the wife of Oshomole is from Cape Verde, is that not correct? Oshomole is a beautiful wife. From your Oshomole, the monkey of Edo, is from Cape Verde. Now, is Oshomole going to say, because I'm married from Cape Verde Islands, let us be one country with Nigeria? Or Cape Verde should be a part of Nigeria? Do you see how they reason? What is it that the Yorubas have in common with the Fulani? Absolutely nothing. You're not even the stupid religion, because the Yoruba Muslim is more urbane, more sophisticated, more learned than the stupid Janjaweed idiot from the Sahel. You have nothing in common, but because you want power and access to oil. It reminds me of Apapa Wharf and Tinkan Island. I remember when I will say, you know me, I speak the truth. I remember when some Yoruba people, out of spite against the Igbos and Biafra at large, they did a deal with the Fulanis. The only way we can allow, with Babangida actually, the only way we can allow the capital to move from Lagos to Abuja is if you say that every major freight coming into Nigeria must come through Lagos, so we can make money. Babangida agreed. They had a deal. They moved the capital to Abuja, and then said that only Lagos seaports, the Tinkan and Apapa, will handle all commercial shipping into Nigeria. Today, there is gridlock. Today, they are choking. Today, they are begging. But you will not have one Yoruba man come out and say, open Warri Seaport, open Onem, open Iguachan, open Calabar. Never. They will never say it. But Apapa is choking. Every day is choking. Goods are being destroyed. The economy is losing a lot of money. I want the world to understand how this people reason. I speak the truth always. It doesn't matter who you are. As I have told the US State Department, their Africa desk, they are more corrupt than Mobutu Sese Seko. They are white people, but they are as corrupt as Lucifer himself. That in America, I will tell you the truth. You may not like it, but that is your business. Eventually, you will come and say, oh, what you're saying is correct. Tell me why America will issue such a wishy-washy report if their ambassador in Abuja is not corrupt. Just tell me why. And do you think the way to fight oppression is by saying, oh, don't say anything, oh, don't get them angry? Is that how to fight? You meet it head on. You meet oppression head on, that it may flee. You shine light upon it that it may flee. So let's go and bring Cape Verde, where Oshomole's wife is from. Let's go and bring let them be part of Nigeria, because they are our in-laws. See how foolish these idiots are. Fulani is married to Yoruba, and so bloody what? And so what? They are married to you, yet they put you in refugee camps in Benin Republic. They are married to you, they're occupying your forests. They are married to you. Useless people everywhere. From the same man, he will come out tomorrow and tell them, vote for me. I want the president of Nigeria. Your daughter is 60 years old. You are 69. You had your daughter when you were 9 years old. Yes? People, black people, you astonish me. You know that in any other part of the world, having falsified his age, Tinubu should not be seen in public again forever until the idiot dies and is buried. But only in Africa. After lying about his age, some of you will be carrying it. He is 69. He is 69. But the daughter is 60 years old. I want... Let me forget you. You people, you make me sick. I just want to remind you of one thing. The first person to recognize that Nigeria should break up was a Yoruba man. I tweeted it. His name is Modiyu Adeniyi Oshinobo. 27 years, and he was killed by Fulani. Of course he was killed. I want to fall, and I want Yoruba journalists to understand what I'm telling them today. Of course, you are black, so that the evil nature of a black man will not leave you. That part that wants to betray, you want to serve another god. That thing in us. We love foreigners. We want to serve them. We want to bow before them. Once you're white, you are God. Or even if they bring the picture of a dead actor, the actor telling you, "I'm not Jesus," you say, "Of course you're Jesus. I'll bow before you. After all, you're white." That mentality in we useless black people that is afflicting some journalists. I want Yoruba journalists to understand this morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you are. The first man to call for the division of Nigeria was a Yoruba man, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. Why? He said, if Pakistan can break away from India, if they can disgrace Awolowo the way they did, sooner or later they will be defecating on our heads. They will be using our head as a WC, as toilet. This man said this thing in 1960 as you were celebrating your useless flag independence. A Yoruba man, a visionary, Nnamdi Kanu said, if we allow this nonsense to continue, they will come into our land and they will take it. And it's happening to you today. And Yoruba journalists is doing that. Proscribed IPOB, proscribed our nation, our country. The Zoological Republic of Nigeria, a Yoruba man. Let me use your term, secessionist. The foremost secessionist in Nigeria is a Yoruba man, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. I tweeted it. Go to my Twitter, you will see it there. Because you don't know history, you have no regard for knowledge and education. But here we educate you, we enlighten you, we bring to your understanding things that you would rather not know about. You run away from it, we bring it to your attention. Pakistan was with India, Bangladesh, all of them. Very soon Kashmir will be free. We are not one people. Why don't you get into your skull? Britain had all of them together as one country, as one India. They said, no, we are not together. They said to the white man, with due respect, we are not the same people. Hindus are different from Muslims. Pakistan is not the same as India. They left. Bangladesh left. Everybody on their own. And that is, of course, relative peace and quiet. You bring some vandals, some blood-sucking demons from the Sahel. You bring people who believe in monarchy, in bowing down before somebody. You bring Republicans from the East. You join them together as one country. Why don't you go bring Saudi Arabia and bring them into the United Kingdom and say, let's be one country? You say if you have peace in one day in your life. All of you read the Bible, you don't know anything from it. You read the Quran, you learn nothing from it. Funny enough, the Torah is also the Quran and also the Christian Bible. The same story everywhere. You are in the Quran, you claim you are Al-Majri, you claim you are Janjaweed, you are in Islam, you go to Mecca, you come back. But in the same book you're reading, Abraham called the nephew Lot and said, if we continue to stay together, your cattle is expanding, mine is expanding, your household, one day there'll be a clash. The same way they're not having a clash between Fulani bandits and Eastern Security Network. Don't you have the Bible? Don't you open your Bible? All of you claim you're religious, isn't it? Those of you claiming one Nigeria, let's say they're seceding. I want you to please go and open your Bible. As foolish as you are, open your Bible, open your Quran this morning. In the zoo. Open it. Abraham was related to Lot by blood. By blood. I said by blood. At the time, Abraham said to Lot, his own flesh and blood, if we continue to stay this way, your headsmen will clash with mine, and there'll be trouble and bad blood between us. In order to avoid it, please, you are my own brother, my own flesh and my own blood. Let me divide this land into two. You, first of all, take one, and I will take the other one, that peace may reign. It's in your Quran, isn't it? But you want one Nigeria. Can Nigeria really contain all of us? The answer is no, because Nigeria was created by Satanists, a demonic white man and a deranged, a drunkard, a deranged white woman. You will never learn, will you? Here we preach the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You may not like it, but eventually you come to appreciate it. And I want to warn that Eastern Security Network do not issue any telephone threats to anybody. We don't threaten anybody. Our job is to defend our land, not to threaten anybody. If you have received any calls from a few pranksters, maybe it's April Fool, talking rubbish on the phone to you, please ignore them. It is not Eastern Security Network. We are the most disciplined, standing defense force we have in the whole of Africa. Disciplined to the core. Disciplined to the core. Our job is to repel the invaders into our land. Nothing more, nothing less. This US report reminds me of what the UK did. They profile you for destruction. Then when they profiled Biafrans, they caused the coup that reason why Nigeria is not going forward, so that they may slaughter us. The same thing they're doing today, saying that there is banditry in the southeast. When they fail to say it's the Fulani people coming to kill us and running ourselves. And I want to make a very special announcement, please. Please, 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 please. All those raising funds for ESN must remit such, because we are fighting. You can see we are fighting on multiple fronts every blessed day, defending our land. We need it. We need support and help every blessed day. Any bullet we discharge doesn't come back. We have to buy another one to replace it. It's common sense. You know, we are black people. I need to explain this so we can understand. We buy bullets to defend our land. We buy guns and everything. Any bullet you fire, that bullet doesn't come back again. You need to buy another one. Just to have that in mind. If you have raised funds for ESN, you must remit it, please. Or else I'll announce your name on air. And I don't want to do that. Once you have raised funds, please try and remit it to us. And you must not raise funds unless you are permitted or authorized to do so. And I also want to announce this very morning, we have a UK national coordinator. Her name is Mercy Slater. She will be assisted by her husband, Mike Slater. Our UK national coordinator is Mercy Slater. And Mike, two of them, should I say, our sister will run our family in the UK. When she comes to you, you must give her your fullest attention if you're a principal officer in the UK. We are a disciplined organization. If you're not prepared to take orders, you resign. We will gladly accept your resignation. You must listen to her. She is now the one in charge. I presided over a meeting, a handover meeting between herself and Dr. Lois Ukachi, and that went smoothly. That went very well. She is now in possession of IPOB UK family, one of the strongest in the world. Before, where they went wrong, I have no idea. But I do hope that with the help and grace of God Almighty in heaven, Mercy and Mike Slater will do a very wonderful job to make sure that the British government understand that we want to leave the contraption that they created called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Very important announcement, please. Very important announcement. And the police are always fond of parading people. They go, they arrest people, they parade them. They arrest, they parade. They arrest, they parade, softening our land for the invasion that is to come from Fulani Janjaweed. And I want to warn every governor, every person, every idiot in the East, that thing you're looking for, you will get it. All these people you are arresting, you must release all of them. All of them must be released. That thing you're asking for, you're going to get it. You will get it. Now, let me tell you something. Nigeria doesn't have the army to fight on four fronts. That is a fact. That is why Tinubu is begging them to recruit, say, 50,000 or 50 million people to go and join the army. If it is before, they would have sent, they would have announced operation or whatever rubbish and marched down to the east. They can no longer come. Because as I told them, once they move the bulk of the army from Bauchi, and from Kaduna into the south, every vagabond will take over every space you have in the north. They will have no home to go back to once they're defeated. You must understand this very clearly. That is why everybody must rise up now. There is no army in Nigeria. Stop being afraid. It is the journalists that is making you people afraid. The journalists in the zoo, they are the ones making you afraid. And thankfully, their land has been taken over as well. Yoruba journalists, they are the ones instilling fear and cowardice in people. They need to be very, very brave, that we may all be free from the ravages and the excesses of Fulani Janjaweedism. Keep parading. One day we'll parade you. Keep parading. Something happens, you go to the village, any young person you see, you arrest and you take to Abuja. You arrest and you take to Abuja. I know Britain is assuring you nothing will happen. You know, you can see the report from the USA. The world, they will suppress the news, the world will not know. We will call them the criminals themselves. That's what they are doing. And you think you will succeed? What is behind us is greater than all of you. And you will soon find out one thing. I don't care what others are doing. That's their business. If they want to be slaves to Fulani, bye-bye to you. Because you see the land of Biafra. We are going to be free. And there's nothing any idiot can do about it. It doesn't matter how many armies you assemble against us. We are going to be free. And with that, we are now going to open our lines very, very briefly this very morning to take your calls. And as always, these calls will come via signal, please. As I've told you, I don't want our commanders on the ground to use a direct phone. I've told you this before. If you use a direct phone, they will track you, they will trace you, they will get you. I don't want you to use a direct phone line. Let people call you on signal, and that signal line cannot be the data line you're using. That's what they brought in name. If you don't know, let me tell you. I have a caller on the line. Can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please.
Yes, Mazi. Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning to you, please. Your name and where you are.
Yeah, this is Nnamdi Kanu here from Conroe, Texas.
From Texas, please raise your voice for us. A lot of people are listening. Raise your voice for us, please. Go on.
Mazi, can you hear me better?
I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. We can experience, we see what is going on, and we know the outpour of emotion from all these things that are happening. I also want to lend my voice to what you have said this morning, having listened to all this, to our, my fellow Biafrans and all of us that are fighting this cause, to not feel discouraged. And our Duduwa brothers, sometimes we feel like they're with us. Other times, personally, I feel like things are not, coming on along the way that we expected from them. But with this report from the U.S., it is already evident that we have to fight as a people and not bother about whoever we feel is supporting us and whether they are with us all the way or whether they're not. So, Mazi, supporting ESN is a duty that we all have to do. We all have to continue to provide our support and make sure that we do it to the point that we achieve the freedom that we have all waited so long for. I wanted to ask again, Mazi, please, is it possible that we can all, the IPOB and every Biafran in the US, petition whoever we can, to get this message across to them that what this report that they passed is not what the situation is, with all the evidences that we have in hand, to support this march towards freedom. And as well, when the 1 million man march that we have already, put a message across to the Washington happens, it will be much easier for us to communicate to the US that this report and everything that is coming out from the zoo is all stage managed just to bring down the struggle of people that have so yearned for freedom. So that's as a question and as well a suggestion.
Let me come in here. It's something that we expect all of you in America to do, because in America they respect votes. They respect votes a lot. We are many in America. Biafrans, we are close to 1 million people in America, if not more. If you add what to it, we are pursuing 2 million people in America. We must go all out in force to let the legislators in America know, the lawmakers, because there are good ones amongst them, to let them know that this wishy-washy report from the State Department is a lie. We call it a lie. America should send an independent fact-finding mission to Nigeria. We must make them understand that the ambassador is a corrupt woman. In Abuja, she is corrupt. We must be blunt and bold to tell them that the State Department Africa desk is not fit for purpose. It's not fit for purpose. They are liars and they're deceivers. And they're deceiving American people. That is how we bring to the fore the issues bedeviling the zoo called Nigeria. Because Britain is very clever, very, very clever. They know how to do this. Very, very clever people. They will go and use the status of their special relationship with America to twist every narrative. That's what they do. Look at them saying that there is a ransom taking in the Southeast when it's a lie. They did not cite one example. So we must go all out, and we're going to speak to our lawyers. They will prepare a dossier of the facts happening on the ground. Each and every Biafran, if you're in IPOB, if you're not, every Oduduwa, if Oduduwa Republic or not, you must submit that report to your parliamentarian, wherever you are in America. Tell them that this State Department report is a lie. Call them liars to their faces. That's what we're going to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, one more question, please. Are we still in on the plan with for the 1 million man march this year?
It depends on, COVID is the ruler of the world now. So the devil behind COVID will determine. COVID is everywhere. You have to stay 2 meters apart. You have to take the only vaccine in the world. You take one. After 28 days, you take another one. Even when we are small and we're being inoculated, there's only one vaccine you take. This one is now 2. You take one in the morning. Now, after 28 days, you take another one. Even at that, you're still wearing a mask. The whole thing is a complete mess. So we wait for COVID to decide. COVID is the one that decides what happens these days. So we are waiting for COVID to tell us exactly when our 1 million man march is going to be in the USA. We must have it. We must have it to let the whole world understand that what America is issuing is blatant falsehood. Thank you very much. That was how Obama went into Libya and destroyed Libya for no good reason. Destroyed Libya for no reason. Destroyed it completely. And today, Libya, the civilization has gone back 1,000 years. Our lines are open, of course. I'm not even sure. People are calling. Let me see if I can get the number that people may be able to join us this morning. +44, please, the UK number on Signal only. +44 77 61 82 53 46. For this morning, please. That is the number to get us on. I know a lot of people are trying to get through. A lot of people are trying to get through. If you call us, if you're a first-time caller. Let me see if I can take this call. The caller on the line, I don't know if they're still there or if they have disconnected. I believe there's somebody called Dozier trying to get through to us. Please, if you call us, give us your question, ask your questions. All those questions you've been meaning to ask for very many years, you can ask it now. Once you ask it, then we can be able to answer you. I'm no longer hearing about defense fund. I don't know what happened to that idiotic line of reasoning. And I'm no longer hearing about them again. Or our money this, our money that. The call on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, you see.
Please, your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, my name is Nnmadi. I'm calling from Hong Kong.
From Hong Kong. Please go ahead.
All right. But you see, please, you have to give me some time. I have a lot of questions. So I don't know if I should throw the questions and you respond.
One at a time. One at a time. Under 2 minutes. One at a time. Yes.
One at a time. All right. Well, you see, first and foremost, I want to greet you. I want to thank you because whatever they said that you are, the people that said that you are a criminal, that you are this, you are that, all our enemies fighting you. I tell them that's exactly what you are, because if you don't have those qualities, there is no way you could have faced people like Rita and the Borg and all these people from all these years and still sustain, and IBOB still stand today, and we're still doing wonders. So I greet you so much. We were together when you were in Hong Kong in 2015 before you were kidnapped by the zoo.
Yes.
Now, please, my first question is this. Where should I start? Okay, let me start by capitalism in America. I'm talking about when Biafra is restored. Capitalism is a very wonderful thing, but it has become a monster in America that is about to swallow the whole world. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to mention names about people that are doing whatever they are doing. Now, how do we checkmate it in Biafra to make sure that it doesn't become the monster that it has become in America? Should I throw more questions, or you want to address this?
I want to address this. It's very simple. If you look at the model they run in Switzerland, in our land, we have the perfect balance, the perfect mix. That is, capitalism is about private ownership of property and to an extent profiteering, which means you do your business And depending on the forces of demand and supply, you can either fall or you stand. So we are going to run a laissez-faire economy. We're going to run capitalism in Biafra because it's been there from time. People have been owning properties privately. But we also have communal land, if you have forgotten. We also have land that we own as a community. So nothing is going to stop us from also doing communal stuff. Basically, it's getting the balance right. If you go to Switzerland, it's there. Everywhere you have private sector participation, you also have state sector participation as well, or partnership that will help us move forward. We're going to get the blend right. Don't worry about it. We're not going to have this rampant, should I say, unconscionable capitalism where people will now build roads and charge us however much they like. That's not going to happen. The state will still participate in certain areas or aspects of our life, but in the main, we are going to be a capitalist economy. Next question, please.
All right. Thank you very much for that, sir. I will take my time and listen to it again when the broadcast finishes. The next question is this: you said that there will be no guns in Biafra land. That even the police will not have guns. That we're going to run a society that will be gun free.
Yes.
In order to keep our society free of guns and peaceful.
Yes.
But let me remind you that in those days of during the time of Hitler couldn't invade Switzerland because most of the citizens have guns. What if we have a kind of who knows, we are doing it for the best, as in what we think that is the best for our people now, but something might arrive tomorrow or something might come up tomorrow that will rebel against the people or be a threat to the people, that the people have to defend themselves, that their government may be kidnapped or hijacked. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. Is it not better for every citizen to be mandated to have a gun with stringent rules than to be defenselessly hoping for our government to defend us? What if something goes wrong in the future that will warrant that the citizens have to stand up, just like the situation that we find ourselves now?
Now, yes, in a normal situation, when the zoo Nigeria breaks up, to the east, we are going to have our Amazonian brothers to the east. To the west, our Oduduwa brethren. To the north, we are going to have the Middle Belt or Kwarafa Kingdom, or whatever you call it. Even if you look at the history of Africa, we are not known for invading each other because we are tribal beasts by nature. We don't go outside the boundaries of our tribe to go and invade somebody else. Nobody's going to come to invade us unless Britain wants to come by air to invade us or to come by sea. So I do not see any external aggression per se, bedeviling Biafra. I may say foreign invasion. The reason being why we cannot have guns everywhere is because we are a bit funny. Our people, we are a bit funny. If we have a police with gun or running all over the place, the same zoo mentality will go into us. But we are going to have compulsory military training for every citizen. If you want the model that I would prefer, look at the Israeli model, for instance. When it comes to setting up our defense, we are going to adopt the Israeli model. Everybody is going to be trained. Once you live in the outlining areas where there are palpable threats, then everybody will be armed. But inside, nobody is going to be armed. That's what I'm saying. Only those who are legally required to do so, because we don't want dictatorship in Biafra land. I don't want tomorrow, maybe you become the prime minister of Biafra, you send troops to go to Ekotep and open fire. It's not going to happen because there will be no troops to send there to go and open fire on anybody. That is why they cannot have guns. But in all our outlining military posts, our garrison, in all the garrison towns, of course, there are going to be guns. Our armies will be well equipped, but we are going to have more in reserve than the regular army. Exactly, is a good thing you mentioned Switzerland. In terms of the response of the populace, we have the Swiss response, yes, where everybody is trained to have a gun, but they are not. We have armories where citizens can go in and take guns once we are under threat. But if we are not under any external threat, then it's not going to happen. But if anybody thinks they're going to be the prime minister of Biafra and you issue order, when people are protesting, you issue order, go and shoot them, police barricade, all that rubbish will not happen. People are going to protest. If they're angry enough to burn down the government house, so be it. It is the duty of the government to listen to the people, not the people to listen to the government. It's not going to happen in Biafra land. Thank you very much. The next one, please, and perhaps the final one, so others can come in as well.
Okay, all right. I don't even know which one to pick. Okay, let me go with this one. I hope I will still get you next time so that I can ask other questions. Now, this issue of all over the world, I don't know, this religion brought to us by whoever that brought whatever they brought, the Arabs, the Europeans, and all whatnot. What do you think it would be our way of office taking, like to take oath of office in Biafra land? In my own opinion, I would prefer that we will use our ancient offer to take oath of office in Biafra land, because this Quran and this Bible have failed us in Africa, that everyone take oath with these things and still go into be as corrupt as they can be. But I think with our ancient offer, and every clan in Biafra land knows what offer is. I think with our ancient offer, it will work for us better for them to be honest in their offices. Let me add one thing so that you can address both of them, please. I would think that in Biafra land there should be limit to office, as in including parliament, because when people stay in parliament or in their senatorial or whatever offices that they stay too long, they start to build cabals that will make them to become very powerful and become dangerous to the people. Do you think that we should have time limit, at least 2 times, even parliament or any position at all, that you will not
anything you have? I'll start with the last one. Anything you have in any office you occupy, 8 years is the maximum. After that, you get away from there. Another person will go in there, and after becoming, let's say, a district head or a governor, so to speak, you can no longer contest to become a parliamentarian. It's not going to happen. It will not happen. Once you serve, you've served. That thing you want to do it within 8 years. After 8 years, you get out, another person will go in. As simple as that. There is going to be a time limit. All this cabal building and all that rubbish. That's why anywhere I see it in IPOB, I dismantle it. There can never be any cabal in Biafra land. People are going to be judged based on their performance, based on what they can bring to advance our society, not by who they know. That is very, very critical, please. And I hope that is very clear. And regarding the oath taking, we are not going to impose any, something of faith and religion is very deep. It has divided man from the beginning of time. People can decide to take an oath with whatever they like, but one thing I'm happy about is that we all believe in God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Everybody believes in God, and our oath taking will be done in the name of God Almighty in heaven. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much. I don't know if we have, of course, we have a lot of people who are calling and calling and calling. Now they can, once I accept, you can now call. Once I accept, you can now call, because a lot of people, that's the thing about Signal. You need to be accepted before you can place a call. Our lines are open, please. A lot of people are calling, and of course, the lines are being jammed, and understandably so. People are really, really desperate to try and get through to us. If you can't call, maybe I can call 1 or 2 people, because we have about only 20 minutes to remain live, and I think that may be the best thing to do. Only 8 years. After 8 years, you piss off from office. That thing you want to do it within 8 years. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Can you hear me? The caller, they cannot hear me. They are doing something completely different. They are not paying attention. And that is what I don't like. There is always a time delay between here and wherever you are. Let me take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are, if you may. For the last time, the caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. She goes, they cannot hear me. Maybe they're waiting for the voice to come out. Once I take your call, please endeavor to speak. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Please, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Nnmadi Anthony. I'm calling from India.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my question this morning, first of all, thank you so much for doing great job for all Biafran all over the world. And I pray may God Chugo Kikobiama behold you and power you more to do until we get the promised land. My question is this, is how about our people who are in like Anambra, precisely for now, Anambra people who are campaigning for election and other thing. Do you permit our people to join them to do such thing, or you give our people order to leave from those campaign they are doing to face what we are focused for?
We are focused on liberation. What stupid campaigning are we doing? What stupid, useless campaign? There are people who argued, and quite convincingly, of course, that we should participate in elections for a simple reason that if we participate, then all these criminals that are imposing on us will not be there to make our life doubly difficult. Because right now in Biafra land, we are always fighting two constituencies. One is Fulani, in fact, three Fulani bandits from abroad, Fulani bandits in Asorok, and Fulani bandit stooges in government houses all over the place. That we should reduce the number of fronts that we have by making sure that we put people in power. But the thing is that you put them there, they rig the election, you talk, America will issue a statement saying that the election was legitimate. So we don't know yet. That debate is still ongoing, and DOS will debate it extensively with the Parliament of the People and then recommend the way forward. As for me, my recommendation is that we do not participate in any stupid electioneering in Anambra State. For now, for the time being, that is. Thank you very much. We are focused on freedom.
I have another announcement to make for people who are living in India, because I know most of us are listening to today's broadcast. I urge every IPOP who are living in India to try as possible in April 11 to join in our broadcast, in our supporting of ESN. I urge everywhere, wherever you are in the Indians, Africans, Biafrans, and whatever you call yourself. You people know what Indians are doing to us because we don't have a nation. That's why we are sustaining our people. Police of Indians are killing our people. I urge everyone today to join us that very day to support ESN so that we get our home, so that we get our promised land. Thank you so much. And I use this opportunity to thank our leader in India here, Mazi Okechukwu, for great work he's doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that. India is doing wonderfully well, I believe. Very, very critical. Somebody is saying it is very important that I call them. We shall see. We'll call you. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are.
Hello, good morning, Mazi.
Good morning to you. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Eyufame Erumosele Ebiremole. I am in Gudomigodo, Biafra.
Wonderful. Please go ahead.
I want to thank you so much for all you have been doing. God bless you. You have been doing so much well. I have one question.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, we are going. Yeah, I can hear you. My name is Eyufame Erumosele Ebiremole. I am Igodo Biafra. I said,
talk to me through the phone. Don't talk to me. Listen, talk to me through the phone, not through your listening device, because there's a delay. The speed of sound is about 800 something odd miles per second. So I'm very, very far from you. Before you can hear my voice on the system, it will take a few seconds. But on the phone, it is direct. As you can hear me, the world is hearing you. Please go ahead and say what you want to say.
Okay, we are going to have a referendum. And in Gudomigodo, we are kind of divided. Some say they want Biafra, and some say they don't want Biafra. So what if those...
Go ahead. Can you hear me? His line is breaking. Yeah, go ahead.
I can say, like those of us that want Biafra.
Yes.
What if the votes that doesn't want Biafra is more than those of us that want Biafra? So now Biafra has been restored. Are we going to have a new Igudomigodo in Biafra land? Since we are divided. Some say we want Biafra, some say they don't want Biafra. So those of us that want Biafra, we're going to live in Biafra and form our own Igudomigodo and leave our borders behind. So that's my question for this morning.
Then I'll answer it this way. You campaign and you go to a referendum and it goes, the majority says they don't want Biafra. Then Igudomigodo will not be part of Biafra. Because the majority will always carry the vote. It's one man, one vote, one woman, one vote. If that is, it is your responsibility and duty to campaign. That is where you have a campaign to win more people over. But I do know that if there is a referendum today, people will opt to come, Igoromigoro will opt to come with Biafra. I know that for sure, because they know that Biafra is the light of Africa and indeed the light of the world. They want to come with Biafra, of course. So don't be too despondent. But in the case where Igoromigoro turns to and says they don't want Biafra, then we have to respect the wish of the people. Whatever they want is what we're going to give to them. Then people like you can now migrate towards the same Edo. I think Iwakri is naturally Biafra anyway, which is Ewanke. Then you move slightly to Ewanke to be part of us. As simple as that. And I'm sure Ubiaja, which is Eshan, will come with Biafra anyway.
Yes,
so you're talking about the main Bini Kingdom itself, inside Bini City, Bini Kingdom itself, inside Bini City. That's entirely up to them where they want to go. But I do know for sure that Isoko, Urobo will come, Ubiaja will come, and all the other outlining ethnic groups that will come with us. That's what I know for sure. I'm not sure that Benin City itself would come, because Biafra will be a republic only if some special arrangements can be reached. Because Biafra is going to be a republic in every way. Every man must be born equal before God and before the law. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. Igodomigodo is also with us, of course. Biafra is ever. Forget about all the nonsense that some idiots, we are Aborigine of Cross River and of this. I feel sorry for them, but men at work, even in Akwa Ibom, men at work. Biafra is everywhere. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Are they going to arrest us? Yes. Are they going to do all these things? Yes. But in the end, Biafra will come. And as they're arresting us, we're also arresting them. Mind you, we're also arresting them. And in the fullness of time, you will see evidence of that. They call on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good morning from India.
Good morning to you.
My name remains Mazi Okebaram Chedozi. Mazi, I don't have a question. I just have an announcement to make. Though one of our brothers from India called, but Mazi, the reason why I'm calling is to urge you, because to be honest, we are putting work on the ground regarding our fundraising event on the 11th of April 2021. That is next week, Sunday. And Mazi, the fact is that we can't have that event without you speaking to IPOB or Biafrans in India. All of us are eagerly waiting. A lot of work has been put. Our brother that called thanked our national coordinator, Mazi Okechukwu. We are doing marvelously well to bring everybody of Biafran origin, all the communities of Biafran origin, we are reaching to them and make sure that everybody is involved in that event. Mazi, this event will mark the beginning of IPOB in India, because we want everybody that is a Biafran here to be an IPOB member. That is our target. So speaking to us that day, communicating to Biafrans that day live will mark the start of whatever we are going to do from here. So it's on Sunday, the 11th of April 2021. We can't afford to not having you speak to us that day. That is all I have to say. And as well, I'm urging every Biafran individually, collectively, and otherwise to be part of that event. We have to get prepared, because this is the only thing. If we lose ESN, if ESN fails, we have failed. And at this time, we cannot afford to fail. That is all I have to say.
Thank you very much for that. And I'm sure our people now understand it, unless they want to be refugees in Amazonia. And Amazonia, there's also a war going on there. Unless maybe we want to go into the sea and drown. You know, if you don't support ESN, the next option is that you will go there, will take a land from you and you go on exile. If in doubt, ask my Yoruba brethren, they will tell you, those of them who are in the Republic. The caller on the line, can you hear me? No. They are not paying attention. I don't want to be listening to my voice. I do not have the desire nor wish to listen to my voice. Let me take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Good afternoon, sir, my leader.
Good morning from here. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah. My name is Mazi Chinedu, calling from Cambodia.
From Cambodia, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mazi, I just want to appreciate you for the good work you have been doing for us. I just want to also contribute to the person that was asking about the people from the Odomego, if the people that disagree to go with Biafra, the Biafrans will be more than them that accept that they are Biafrans. The truth is that even people from northern side of the zoo called Nigeria will be eager to join Biafra when the time comes.
I agree with you.
So
I agree with you.
We don't need to beg anybody to join Biafra. Even those who are saying that they're not Biafra, and we're even foreseeing people from outside Africa, outside the shores of the zoo called Nigeria, coming to beg to be Biafra, just like the way we have it in America. Everybody is eager to go and be an American citizen. You see people jumping fence, climbing hills, and just to be an American citizen. So that is what it will be.
Yes, it's true.
We don't need to worry ourselves or bother ourselves about who will become a Biafran or who wants to be or who is not.
Yes.
So they should not worry. Just like you told them, all they have to do is just to campaign, sensitize them, tell them the things that they want to hear, let them know the truth. On that day, if they say that they are not Biafran, let them be. At a time, they will still beg to become a Biafran. So we are not begging anybody. So thank you so much for having allow yourself for God to use you to liberate our people. So we will be praying for you, and we are also praying for ESN, and we are also praying for those unknown government who are making us proud, even though they are attributing their work to ESN, which we know that those are fantasy. They are just making up things that are not worthy to listen to. So that is my contribution, Mazi. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much and God bless you. You even answered the question more than myself. You answered the Godomi referendum question better than I did, and I thank you for that. And I thank you for that clarification, bringing clarification to what we are doing. I have a caller on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Praying for you.
They are also making the same mistake they have always made the same mistake they have always made. The same mistake they have always made. People are calling us. If you may not be able to reach us, then I shall endeavor to go to you. When your phone rings, then pick it up. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are. Hello. Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Hello?
I can hear you for the last time. Your name and where you are.
My leader.
Yes, please.
My leader, my lord. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
I'm calling from Italy.
From Italy.
My name is Austin.
Austin from Italy.
Yeah,
go ahead.
My name is Austin. So I want to know my side where I come from Asia. Are we fully Biafra?
Yes.
I want to confirm from you.
Ubiaja is fully Biafran. Ubiaja is fully Igbo. Go and do your research very well. For the name is Ubiaja, not Asian. Ubiaja is the name.
Okay, I'll be doing my research.
Yes, do your research very well.
Thank you. I call you Lord. I call you Jesus. You are our Jesus.
You're kind. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for that. When you call, please endeavor to switch off your systems and speak to me through the phone. If you can hear my voice over the phone, if I can hear yours, that means that the whole world is also hearing your voice as well. Brother from Ubiaja. Ubiaja is pure Igbo. They call it Asian. Ubiaja is the name. Please go and check. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Yes, the caller on the line, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Please, your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, my name is Mbada Tochi from Netherlands. I'm calling you because of what is going on in Ebonyi State.
Yes, go ahead.
So, the Umahi is trying to divert the attention of the people from what he's doing to our people there. He's actually committing ethnic cleansing.
That's what he's doing.
This is clear. I wish I can hear you louder because since I pick your call, I can't hear you very well. So, but let me just be saying what I'm saying.
Say what you have to say. We are hearing you. Say what you have to say. The world is hearing you.
Umahi is committing clear ethnic cleansing in Ebonyi State, and he doesn't want anybody to hear about it. Even the first time that Channel Television went to cover the news, he threatened them. In fact, he arrested many of them. He don't want anybody to hear about what he's doing in Ebonyi State. He connived with the local government chairman there, Mr. Oda somebody, to do the job, and they are doing it. he's even importing many thugs from Ondo and some part of Hausa to come and clear the people. The people are called the Zar people. So, and
he has failed. My dear brother, he has failed. He has failed.
I hope he is not the one behind that Fulani this thing that just happened, because there was never a Fulani attack, such attack before. Only now that there was a pressure for him to stop this genocide, that they know that he have a hand in that ethnic cleansing. The international community was pressurizing him last week. He doesn't know where the pressure was coming from. All of the sudden, we heard that Fulani just went and attacked. So, but thank you for all the whole thing you do there. I know, and I recognize that you defended our people there. And
we proceed them to Nsukka. We will find them and we will kill all of them. We will proceed them to Nsukka, and their army is protecting them. The Nigerian army are effectively protecting terrorists in and around Nsukka. I am informing the governor of Enugu State, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, to let him understand what is going on. The same 82 division responsible for the slaughter of the innocent people, even that the USA report did not mention, they are now defending their fellow Janjaweed in and around Nsukka. They will not fall there, that I can assure them. And that are their mad people. With that, we have come to the end of our program today. I do apologize because I spent a lot of time preaching. But next week, I will be back. In fact, today is Friday, Good Friday. I will be back again on Sunday, actually. So put it down. I'll be back again on Sunday night, 7 p.m. this time around. 7 p.m. on Sunday, I'll be live on air to continue the propagation of this gospel of redemption. Sunday, 7 p.m., I'll be back live on air. And then next week, Friday, permitting, of course, we shall be back again with our full question and answer session. I'll be back on Sunday. Please note it down everywhere. Our media, especially, note it down. I'll be back again on Sunday. We will be on all platforms. On this nascent Facebook page that I've just opened, which they are suppressing, of course, we will be live again on YouTube, on Twitter, and on our apps as usual, including FM in Biafra land. Once again, I thank you all very much for listening. And I feel for those who have been trying to get through but couldn't get through. Next week, Friday, is another appointment. Please try and get through to us by then if you have an opinion or view to air. Once again, thank you very much for listening. With all the love in my heart, from me, from here, it is good morning.